Good day, everybody. It's Andrew here, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so we've had a lot of ads, a lot of videos, a lot of news articles talking about a $1,728 payment that seniors on Social Security will be getting as back pay. So I've been getting thousands of questions in the comments. Andrew, how do I qualify for this payment? Andrew, what is this payment? Andrew, when would this payment come? So let's address this in this video. We're going to talk details, who qualifies, and exactly how to get that back paid payment, and the truth about actually who would qualify to even get it in the first place. So we're going to clear the air on this, but before we do me a quick favor, hit like, hit subscribe, and share this video with anyone who you think might find this helpful. Remember, this is a community for seniors and for those who are disabled. I'm here to be a voice for you and to be a voice for anyone that our government has not been listening to. So if you have any friends or family who you think might be interested in this content, please share this with them. And if you really want to support my work, click on the link that's in the comments of this video. That's going to take you to my second channel. If you really want to support my work, subscribe to my second channel. I'm going to be giving away a stimulus check over there just as a thank you for supporting my work. Okay, so before we jump into the update on that $1,700 payment, let's do a quick update on daily trending news. Now, Fed Chair Jerome Powell just held a press conference and testified on the fact that inflation is no longer transitory. He's basically admitting he was wrong. Inflation is lasting much longer than expected, and they're going to start slowing down the stimulus in regards to the money they're pumping into the stock market. So not only is this crash in the stock market currently as of making this video, but it also shows that inflation is lasting longer than they thought. So let's take a quick look at what Fed Chair Jerome Powell said. He's going to talk about inflation, the fact that it's lasting longer than they thought, why it's lasting longer than they thought, why there's such a labor shortage, and why things continue to get more expensive for the American people. So let's take a quick look, see what he had to say. Then we're going to discuss stimulus, what's happening in Congress, and clear the air on this $1,700 payment that everyone's been asking about for people on Social Security benefits.
The economy has continued to strengthen. The rise in Delta variant cases temporarily slowed progress this past summer, restraining previously rapid growth in household and business spending, intensifying supply chain disruptions, and in some cases, keeping people from returning to work or looking for a job. Fiscal and monetary policy and the healthy financial positions of households and businesses continue to support aggregate demand. Recent data suggests that the post-September decline in cases corresponded to a pickup in economic growth, and GDP appears on track to grow about 5% in 2021, the fastest pace in many years. As with overall economic activity, conditions in the labor market have continued to improve. The Delta variant contributed to slower job growth this summer as factors related to the pandemic, such as caregiving needs and fears of the virus, kept some people out of the labor force despite strong demand for workers. Nonetheless, October saw job growth of 531,000 and the unemployment rate fell to 4.6%, indicating a rebound in the pace of labor market improvement. There is still ground to cover to reach maximum employment for both employment and labor force participation, and we expect progress to continue. The economic downturn has not fallen equally, and those least able to shoulder the burden have been the hardest hit. In particular, despite progress, joblessness continues to fall disproportionately on African Americans and Hispanics. Pandemic-related supply and demand imbalances have contributed to notable price increases in some areas. Supply chain problems have made it difficult for producers to meet strong demand, particularly for goods. Increases in energy prices and rents are also pushing inflation upward. As a result, overall inflation is running well above our 2% longer-run goal, with the PCE price index up 5% over the 12 months ending in October. Most forecasters, including at the Fed, continue to expect that inflation will move down significantly over the next year as supply and demand imbalances abate. It is difficult to predict the persistence and effects of supply constraints, but it now appears that factors pushing inflation upward will linger well into next year. In addition, with the rapid improvement in the labor market, slack is diminishing and wages are rising at a brisk pace. We understand that high inflation imposes significant burdens, especially on those less able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation. We are committed to our price stability goal. We will use our tools both to support the economy and a strong labor market and to prevent higher inflation from becoming entrenched. The recent rise in COVID-19 cases and the emergence of the Omicron variant pose downside risks to the employment and economic activity and increased uncertainty for inflation. Greater concerns about the virus could reduce people's willingness to work in person, which would slow progress in the labor market and intensify supply chain disruptions.
If inflation continues to get worse, like Jerome Powell just said, so the Fed chair just said that they expect inflation, these factors that are causing inflation, to last well into next year. And they said they're hoping it's going to start to subside within the next year. So think about it. We're basically in December. That's the entire year of 2022. Wow. So, and he also pointed out, which is obvious, right, that those who make lower income or those who are fixed income, like people on Social Security, people on SSI, people on ssdi, they're being hit the most by this. So when you think about it, this inflation is actually a reason to give seniors more stimulus, because if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security benefits, and you have a fixed income, and now we have inflation being really, really bad, it's just more reasons why we need stimulus for seniors. And again, this isn't something I'm making up. It's not, stimulus checks for seniors wasn't even my idea. This is something that Bernie Sanders is trying to include in this current stimulus package. But with that said, folks, let's jump right into exactly what the heck this $1,700 payment is, right? This article on your screen says seniors on Social Security getting back $1,728. People born before 1957 are getting their monthly expenses covered by this new Flex card. Now get $2,880 on your Flex card. So let's dive into this and kind of discuss what the heck is this? How do you qualify for these payments? And is it even a real thing? Is it a scam? Is it a lie? Is it clickbait? Well, I clicked on some of these articles for you, right? And then you go on them, and most of these end up being ads. So you click on these ads, and it tells you latest Medicare Give Back program, giving special benefits to older Americans on Social Security benefits. If you are currently on Medicare, a special Part B Give Back benefit could boost your Social Security check by up to $1,782 per year or $148.50 per month. Now, that's a huge benefit because when we talked about President Biden, he promised a $200 per month stimulus until the pandemic was over. Now, this $148 per month would almost be the same thing. So what is this? Why do we keep seeing these ads? Well, to clear the air, guys, this is not, technically it's not fake. It's technically real. You could qualify for this, but there is a caveat. The only people this really helps is people who sign up for a Medicare Advantage plan. So on your screen here, you'll see what is the Give Back program with Medicare. The Give Back program is another term for Part B premium reduction. So the way this works is when you sign up for a Medicare Advantage plan, so you sign up for an additional plan to help you pay for your medical expenses, this Medicare Advantage plan reduces the amount that you pay towards your Part B, like boy, monthly premium payment, right? So a little misleading, but it's not a fake thing. It's actually a real thing, but it only really helps people who were already going to sign up for a Medicare Advantage plan. Like, let's say you're on Medicare Part B and you want to get this $1,700 annual payment. If you sign up for a Medicare Advantage plan, it's technically going to cost you more than that just to be on the plan. But for those of you who were already going to sign up for a Medicare Advantage plan, if it's already part of your plans, with it being open enrollment right now, then this is something to look into because you want to sign up for a plan that's going to give you this Part B, like boy, premium reduction, right? So that is what this is talking about. When you see these articles that say seniors on Social Security getting back pay $1,728, it's what it's talking about. It's talking about people who want to get a Medicare Advantage plan, sign up for a specific type of plan, which is going to pay for some of your Part B insurance. And the reason it says Social Security is because if you're on Social Security, the way you get those payments back is actually in your Social Security check, right? So if you sign up for an Advantage plan and you get this back paid premium reduction payment, it actually gets funneled into your monthly Social Security check. So they'll pay you monthly, and you'll end up getting an additional $148 per month, depending on what your premium is, right? That's an average. That's actually the most you could get, depending on what your premium is. So that's what that is, just to clear the air. What the heck? Everyone kept asking. I had to look around on the internet because people kept asking on my comments, like, what's the $1,700 payment? What's the $1,700 payment? And then me, as an advocate for seniors here on this channel, right? This is basically my full-time job, to look for ways to save you money, to give you updates on what's happening with the stimulus package in Congress. And then I kept getting thousands of comments, and I'm like, what is this? Like, why have I not heard of this? But this is what people have been talking about, folks. So if you have any friends or family who have been talking about this, this is what it is. Or if you have any friends or family who would be interested in this, let them know. Like, hey, if you're on Social Security, if you're on Medicare Part B, and you're thinking about getting an Advantage plan, look into getting these specific types of plans to give you a premium reduction for your Part B Light Boy plan. So just to clear the air, folks, that is exactly what that is. And again, I'm happy to clear the air because this is my job, to be an advocate for seniors, for those who are disabled, and those who are underrepresented in this country. Like, we're working on the stimulus package, and we have Bernie Sanders trying to include a $1,000 stimulus check for seniors in this stimulus package. Now, a lot of people don't even know this. A lot of people aren't even talking about it. But this is literally something that made headlines about 2 months ago, and now hardly anyone's talking about it. This is why I'm here, to be a voice for you guys and spread our voice as loud as possible. Because the louder we spread our voice, the more likely Congress is to listen to our needs. And a lot of experts say that's one of the main reasons we even got a third stimulus check, because all of these YouTube channels and social media and Facebook groups and Instagram kept talking about the fact that the American people needed a third stimulus check, and then Congress delivered. Of course, not just because of social media, but it's a large part. The larger our voice is, the louder our voice is, the more likely we are to have Congress take care of our needs. It's just like voting, right? People say, hey, if you want your Congress to take care of you, you get out and vote. Well, seniors do vote. Seniors are the largest voting population in this country, more than those who are young, more than those who are middle-aged. Seniors vote more than anybody else. So they tell seniors, hey, go out and vote. Go out and vote if you want change. So you go out and vote. President Biden promises to increase Social Security benefits. He promises to increase SSI. He promises to increase SSDI. And then he even promised to do a stimulus check for seniors, or a monthly stimulus check until the pandemic was over, or until they increased Social Security benefits permanently. So you went out and voted, right? You did what you were told to do. You paid taxes your entire life. You went out and voted. You were promised to have a Social Security benefit that would allow you to live in a retirement of dignity. And then now we're almost a year into Biden's presidency, and we still have no stimulus check for seniors. We still have no increase in Social Security benefits. Of course, we have that massive COLA adjustment that's coming, but that's not a Biden thing. That's just something that would have happened no matter what. So, guys, things continue to develop. I don't know if you saw my previous videos this week, but the House already approved the stimulus check package in the House, but it doesn't include the stimulus check for seniors. Now it's in the Senate, and Bernie Sanders is trying to include that stimulus check for seniors in the stimulus package, but he's battling it out with Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin says no. Bernie Sanders says yes. Joe Manchin wants to take out paid family leave. Bernie Sanders wants to add stimulus checks for seniors and add more Medicare expansions. So these are the things that are happening this week. It's in the Senate, and we're having this huge battle between Bernie Sanders and Joe Manchin to see what's going to happen to the stimulus check package. Will Bernie Sanders be able to include the stimulus check for seniors? Will paid family leave be taken out by Joe Manchin? We'll have to wait and see what happens. That's just a couple of things. There is so much in the stimulus package, guys. So there's going to be a lot of updates this week. Please subscribe, and I will keep you posted as things develop. There is so much happening in Congress, including the debt ceiling, raising the debt ceiling, and avoiding a shutdown in Congress. Remember, we've talked about how this is completely tied in with the stimulus package. So Mitch McConnell was trying to force Democrats to include the debt ceiling increase bill in the stimulus package. Democrats don't want to do that because then next year Mitch McConnell can say, hey guys, look, Democrats are raising the debt ceiling. Democrats are turning us into Venezuela. Democrats are printing money like crazy and causing inflation. Democrats don't want to take that blame. And the truth is, usually Republicans and Democrats vote together to raise the debt ceiling, right? So it looks as though they're going to do a short-term extension again. Remember, we have to try and get the stimulus package done before the debt ceiling issue for various reasons I won't talk about on this video too much. But basically, to try and end that stalemate with Mitch McConnell, because once the stimulus package is done, Mitch McConnell can't try and force them to put it in the stimulus package because there is no stimulus package left. It will have been completed already, right? So long story short, I hope that was making a lot of sense. It was maybe a little confusing how I described it, but basically, it looks like they're going to do another extension. Originally, Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, said that funding would run out on December 3rd. Now they're saying it could be as late as December 15th. So we were thinking maybe Democrats will try and get the stimulus package done before December 15th. But now it looks as though Mitch McConnell might, we don't have this confirmed yet, he might let Democrats do another short-term extension until mid-January. That way they can take their vacation. They have like a 4-week vacation planned from the middle of December to the middle of January. And if this government shutdown thing doesn't get addressed, they're not going on vacation, right, folks? So not only do they want to help the American people, but quite frankly, they want to take their vacation. So that's what's currently happening, guys. We're trying to get a resolution on the debt ceiling increase to avoid a government shutdown, make sure Social Security benefits keep getting paid out. Then we have the Senate working on the stimulus check package, aka the Build Back Better Act. Bernie Sanders is trying to include a stimulus check for seniors in that package. And again, just to recap, these articles that you guys keep seeing about a $1,728 payment, that is for people on Social Security and Medicare who are signing up for a Medicare Advantage plan and will get a Part B like boy premium reduction, okay? So I hope that made sense. I hope it wasn't too confusing. But there are a lot of updates happening this week. Please subscribe, and I will keep you posted as things develop on the next stimulus package, Social Security changes, and daily news updates as well. So with that said, folks, thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, take care and have a great day.